reading student essays, you notice that they will tend to cite the most readily accessible material, so it was a way of making accessible the things I wanted them to read, so that now there's the link there to whichever journal article you actually would like them to read, and it's very easy to click through. So it made their bibliographies a little less random, I guess.
My main reason was that I wanted to make it easier for students to access the books I wanted them to read. I think one of the best things about Trinity is this massive, massive library, but I think students often find it overwhelming, and they find it very difficult to navigate the different catalogues. We have different catalogues that do different parts of the library and databases and things, and I think a lot of students find that really overwhelming. So I thought if I was using this new technology, sort of brought everything to one place, it would make things much simpler for them.
If it was going to work, it would make mine and the students' lives a lot easier. Primarily the students' lives, really. I find a lot of my resources are from different places, so having them all available for the most part in one location was really, really valuable to the students.
Oh, really easy. We had a couple of hours of training, and to be honest then it's just drag and drop. It's a very straightforward interface to use. I'd used similar software in a previous institution, so I was very keen to roll out my modules here.
It was really easy, actually. I was glad that I had the training, but I think it was much simpler and much more straightforward than I thought it was going to be. I think, like a lot of software, it rewards you playing around with it a little bit, but once you're willing to kind of play with it and spend a little bit of time with it, it's very simple to set it up and very simple to learn how to add things and take things off the list.
I like the fact, again, from the students' perspective, that they can just go in and find what they need reasonably straight away. I also try to kind of balance that by actually getting them to search for their own information as well, because I think it's important that they're able to use the library, on the online facilities of the library. But I think just the accessibility and the ease with which material can be accessed, and the kind of cataloguing according to week, or I presume you can do that according to topic if you wanted to as well. I thought that was really useful, and once you get the hang of it, it's actually very straightforward to use, so it's kind of just I had to remember every week to do it.
I like that I can add things very quickly to it. I can go through the library catalogue, or I can read something online and just add it. There it is, and I can, if I'm halfway through reading something, I think, oh yeah, actually this would be useful for students, I can decide at that point to add it. I don't have to go into a program and say, oh, I'm going to spend 3 hours editing this or anything. It's very natural for my own workflow. And I think that it's nice that you can add all sorts of different things, articles or books or parts of books and things. It's much easier to add things to it than to sort of a traditional paper reading list.
I think it's very well designed. It can be used interactively online by the students. You can also compile it as a PDF to give them at the start of the course. You get analytics on the back end to see what they're actually reading, and that was quite informative. That the most popular items were the introductory textbooks, and that made me think maybe I was setting up too complicated material, so I'll be introducing some more intermediate reading next year.